Hello everyone, welcome to this class. So in this class, we're going to strengthen our arms, open up our hips to try the preparation for the crow pose, and also we're going to strengthen our shoulders and maybe try the plough pose and potentially the shoulder stand. So we're going to need a block for the beginning of this class, so it would really be great if you have one. So let's start by lying down on your back. So we're going to use the block to help open up our chest. So the block, either you can place it the lower way or the upper way down, and just under the bottom of your shoulder blade. So I'm going to place it the shorter way down. So adjust alignment. So make sure the edge of your brick is under, just at the bottom of your shoulder blade, and then lie back on the mat. Make sure your feet are, you can straighten your legs. Make sure your heels are wider than your hips, or maybe bind your feet so your soles are touching each other to help you open up your hips at the same time. Palms up. Make some space under your armpit. Let's just close our eyes for a few breaths and start to be aware how you are breathing now. Let go of any feelings that you bring with you into the class. No matter what happened in the past, what is going to happen in the future, that's not important at this moment. Now let's try to connect to your breaths. When you inhale, feel the back of your chest is moving against the brick. When you exhale, feel your chest is dropping towards the brick. Really draw your shoulders down, shoulder blades down as well. Feel the opening in your chest. And if your feet are bound, then let's place your soles, your feet flat on the mat. Let's come up a little bit and move the brick away to one side of your mat, and then lie down on your back. So both feet are flat on the mat. And maybe walk your feet a bit closer towards your hips. This time bend your right leg, place your right ankle on top of your left knee, and then lift up your left leg. Clasp your hands behind your left knee. Use your right elbow to push against your right knee and draw your left leg towards your chest to create this resistance. So your left thigh is moving towards you, your right leg is moving against your arm away from your torso. Feel the opening in the outer right hip. And let's release your left leg down. This time, hold the outer side of your right foot with your right hand. Make sure your right elbow is inside your right knee into this half happy baby pose. And try to draw your right knee towards your right shoulder. Your right calf, lower leg is more or less perpendicular to the floor from a 90 degree, more or less, and feel the opening in the outer right hip. And let's release your right leg, change sides. So this time, place your left ankle on top of your right knee, lift up your right leg, bind your hands at the back of your right knee, really press your left elbow against your left knee, inner left knee. Draw your right leg towards you and move your left, press your left leg away from you. Feel the opening in your left outer left hip. And now let's release your right leg down. Right foot flat on the mat. Bind your left hand with the outer side of your left foot. Left elbow inside your left knee. And try to open up your left leg. So draw your left knee towards your left shoulder. Your right foot is more or less parallel to the floor. Lower leg is forming a more or less 90 degree angle with the floor. And then let's release your left leg. Let's hug both knees in towards your chest. And maybe swing your hips from side to side. And let's rock and roll along your spine, massage your spine. And then sit up. Swing your legs back into your tabletop position. And then let's lift up your hips into a downward dog. This is our first downward dog, so let's introduce some movement. Let's pedal our feet. And maybe swing your hips from one side to the other side to warm up our body. Really press your hands down, send your chest back, lengthen your spine. And then come to stillness. If your hamstrings are tight, soften your knees, bend your lift up your heels. Or if you're quite flexible in your legs, then try to lower down your heels flat on the mat, straighten your legs. Inhale, look between your hands. Inhale, lift up your heels, walk your feet towards your hands. Really press your hands down into a forward fold. Soften your knees, keep your spine straight. Inhale, halfway up. Look forward, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, bend your legs. Roll up one vertebrae by one vertebrae. Inhale, lift up your hands on top of your shoulders. Exhale, lowering down your hands in front of your chest. So let's continue with the flow. Inhale, hands up on top of your shoulders, lengthen your spine. Exhale, bend back, open up your chest. Inhale, up. Exhale, lowering down your hands in front of your heart, soften your knees. Inhale, hinge forward and down into forward fold. Hands flat on the mat or on your shin. Keep your spine straight. Inhale, halfway up, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, let's step back into a plank pose. Lowering down your hips, press your hands down, look forward, engage your core, and then all lowering down your knees, bend your arms into chaturanga. And then release into a baby cobra pose. Open up your chest. Inhale, lift up into a downward dog. Inhale, lift up your right leg back. Hips are squared. Exhale, lowering down your right foot to the front. Into a lower lunge. Lengthen your spine, look forward. Try to sink both hips down. And then lowering down your left knee to the mat. Keep your toes tucked under. Inhale, lift up. Lift up your arms on top of your shoulders. Make sure your shoulders are on top of your hips as well. Inhale, engage your core. Exhale, bend back. Open up your chest. Inhale, up. Exhale, hands down at the back. Clasp your fingers. Draw your shoulder blades down and towards each other. Inhale, lengthen your lower back. Exhale, open up your chest towards the ceiling. Inhale, up. Exhale, hands down, flat on the mat. Let's step back into a plank pose, into a downward dog. Inhale, lift up your right leg back. Hips are squared. Exhale, lean forward. Bend your right leg, right knee towards your right head. Round your spine. Inhale, three-legged dog. Let's repeat it 2 more times. Exhale, bend your right leg forward, right knee to your forehead. Inhale, up. Exhale, right knee to your forehead, round your spine. Inhale, up. Three-leg dog. Exhale, lowering down your right foot to the front. This time, heel alignment. Inhale, come up. Warrior one. Make sure your hips are squared to the front. Really press your left foot down and pull your torso back. Make sure your shoulders are on top of your hips. Inhale, lift up your arms on top of your shoulder. Exhale, bend back, open up your chest. Warrior one. Inhale, up. Exhale, hands down at the back. Clasp your fingers. Draw your shoulder blades down and towards each other. Inhale, lengthen your lower back. Exhale, bend towards the back. Inhale, up. Exhale, lean forward. Really press your left foot down. Lengthen forward. Press your right foot down. Draw your right hip into the midline. And then lowering down your gaze. Lift up your arms over your head. Forward into humble warrior. And then exhale, lowering down your hands onto the mat. Step back into a plank pose. This time, knee down chaturanga or full chaturanga, cobra or forward fold, or upper dog. And then inhale, lift up into a downward dog. Let's continue the sequence on the other side. So this time, inhale, left leg back. Exhale, lowering down your left foot to the front into a lower lunge. Look forward, lengthen your spine. And then lowering down your right knee on the mat. Keep your toes tucked under. Inhale, come up. Hands on your hips. Make sure your shoulders are on top of your hips. Inhale, lift up your arms on top of your shoulders. Draw your belly in. Exhale, bend towards the back. Open up your chest. Anjaneyasana. Inhale, up. Exhale, hands down at the back. Clasp your fingers. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold back. Inhale, up. Exhale, hands down flat on the mat. Step back into a downward dog. Inhale, lift up your left leg. Exhale, bend your left leg forward, touching your forehead, round your spine. Inhale, up. Three-leg dog. Exhale, left knee forward, round your spine. Knee to forehead. Inhale, back up. Three-leg dog one more time. Exhale,
Left knee forward to your forehead, round your spine. Inhale up, 3-leg dog. Exhale, rolling down your left foot to the front, heel alignment. Make sure your right foot is flat on the mat, and then come up. Hands on your hips. Adjust your alignment, and then inhale. Lift up your arms on top of your shoulders. Draw your belly in, lengthen your spine, and exhale, bend towards the back. Inhale up. Exhale, hands down at the back. Clasp your fingers. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, bend back. Inhale up. Exhale, lean forward. Press your right foot down to help you lengthen forward. Left foot down. Draw your left hip into the midline, and then lower down your gaze. Lift up your hands to the front. Humble warrior. And then release your hands on the mat. Step back into a plank pose. Knee down chaturanga or full chaturanga. Cobra or upper dog. And then peel up into a downward dog. Let's take a few breaths here. Be aware how you are breathing now. Hope you feel more warmed up now. Inhale, look between your hands. Lift up your heels. Step forward into a forward fold. Soften your knees. Keep your spine straight. Inhale, halfway up. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, roll up, one vertebrae by one vertebrae. Hands up on top of your shoulders. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, lowering down your hands in front of your heart. So let's continue with the flow. Inhale, hands up. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, bend back. Inhale, up. Exhale, hands down in front of your heart. This time, bend your legs. Sit back. Check if you can see your toes. If not, then sit further back. And then swing your fingers on the mat and then lift up into a chair pose. Hands between arms between your along by your ears. Look between your hands. And then tuck your tailbone down, lengthen your lower back. And then lowering down your hands in front of your heart. Use your core. Inhale, twist towards your right. Left elbow, cross over your right knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. And then come back to the front. Let's change sides. So sit back again. Inhale, twist to the left. Right elbow cross over your left knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist to the left. Really engage the sides of your core muscles. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Then come back to the front. Let's release and relax into a forward fold. Maybe pedal your feet to relax your legs. And then come to stillness, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold down. Hands flat on your mat. And then step back into a plank pose. Knee down chaturanga or full chaturanga, cobra or upper dog. And then peel up into a downward dog. This time, inhale, lift up your right leg. Weight back into your left leg. Engage your core. Look between your hands and then bend your right leg, right knee high up. Imagine your right hip is on top of your left hip. Try to square your shoulders. Feel the opening in your chest. Feel the opening in your hips. And then Straighten your right leg, 3-leg dog, hips are squared. Exhale, lowering down your right foot to the front into a lower lunge. This time, turn your left foot 90 degrees into warrior 2 legs, and then come up. So now let's do a side lunge. Let's lunge into your left leg. So bend your left leg. Keep your right leg straight. Hands in front of your heart. And then change sides. Bend your right leg. Straighten your left leg. Let's repeat it on both sides. So this time, bend your left leg. Straighten your right leg. One more time. Change sides. Straighten your left leg. Bend your right leg. And then come to the front. Come to the front. Make sure heel arch alignment. Let's come up into warrior 2. So hands on your hips, adjust your alignment. Press the outer side of your left foot down. Engage the muscles in your left leg. And then turn your right knee slightly out, pointing to the front. Tuck your tailbone down. Engage your core, feel the opening in your hips. And then extend your arms by your sides. Soften your elbows if needed. Look at your right hand. Warrior 2. Inhale, lean slightly forward, right palm up. Exhale, bend back into reverse warrior. Feel the lengthening along the right side of your body. And then let's try to straighten our right leg into this reverse triangle pose. Inhale, come up, bend into your right leg again. Left hand by your left hip. Extend your right arm forward, lean forward. Right hand keep reaching forward, and then bend your right elbow on your right knee. Open up your chest to the left. Extend your left arm by your ear into this extended side angle pose. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, open up your chest to the front. You may stay there, or maybe lowering down your hands on a block or on the mat. Really press your tricep against your right knee. Open up your chest to the front. And then let's roll down your left hand. Let's step back into a plank pose. And knee down chaturanga or full chaturanga, cobra or upper dog. Inhale, lift up into downward dog. So let's change sides. Inhale, lift up your left leg back. Weight into your right leg. Engage your core and exhale, bend your left leg. Look between your hands. Try to keep your shoulders squared. Really lift up your left knee high up. Feel the opening in your hips. Inhale, square your hips. Left leg straight. 3-leg dog. Exhale, lowering down your left foot to the front. And then right foot heel arch alignment. And then come up. So now let's try this side lunge on this side. So this time, straighten your left leg, bend into your right leg. Hands in front of your heart. And then let's change sides. So straighten your right leg, bend into your left leg. One more time. Inhale, straighten your left leg, lunge into your right leg. Exhale, straighten your right leg, lunge into your left leg. And then let's come up slightly and back into heel arch alignment into warrior 2. So hands on hips, adjust your alignment, make sure left knee pointing to the front. Lift up your right kneecap, tuck your tailbone down, open up your hips, straighten, extend your arms by your sides, look at your front hand. Really engage your core, tuck your tailbone down. Your shoulders are on top of your hips. Okay, so now lean slightly forward, left palm up. Exhale, bend back into reverse warrior. Feel the opening in your chest, lengthening along the left side of your body. And now let's try to straighten your left leg into reverse triangle. Inhale, up, bend back into your left leg. So warrior two legs. Right hand on your right hip in. Inhale, lean forward. Left hand, keep reaching forward. And then left elbow on your left knee. Open up your chest to the right. Extend your right arm by your ear. Extended side angle pose. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, open up your chest to the right. You can stay there or maybe lowering down your left hand to the mat or to a block. Really press your left knee against your left tricep. Open up your chest to the right. And then lowering down your right hand. Step back into a plank pose. Knee down chaturanga or full chaturanga. Cobra or upper dog. And then let's peel up into a downward dog. Take a few breaths here. Really send your chest back towards your legs. Lengthen your spine. So now we're going to repeat the warrior two sequence one more time with more fluidity and some variations. So inhale, lift up your right leg. Exhale, lowering down right foot forward, heel arch alignment. And then come up. So now let's lunge even deeper into your left leg. So straighten your right leg, bend into your left leg. This time, see if you can sit your hips down and maybe lift up your toes, right toes, pointing to the ceiling. Let's open up our left arm. So really press your left knee against your left tricep. Turn your body to the right. Lift up your right arm. Open up your chest to the right. And then let's change sides. So this time straighten your left leg, bend into your right leg, and sit down. Press, straighten your right arm. Really press your right knee against your right tricep. Lift up your left hand. Open up your chest to the left. One more time on each side. So sit into your left leg. Straighten your left arm. Inhale, lift up your right hand. Open up your chest to the right. And let's change sides. So this time, sit down onto your right foot and then straighten your right arm. Inhale, lift up your left hand, open up your chest to the left. And then let's come to the front. So now let's come back into warrior two. Make sure your right knee is pointing to the front. Press your left foot down. Now extend your arms at your sides. Really engage your core, tuck your tailbone down, open up your hips. Inhale, look at your right hand. This time, lowering down your left hand, maybe place your left palm on top of your right thigh. Inhale, lean forward. Right hand keep reaching forward. And then bend your right elbow on your right knee into this half bind pose. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, open up your chest to the left. And then inhale, come up into warrior two. Inhale, lean forward, right palm up. Exhale, bend towards the back. Reverse warrior two. Inhale, up. And then again, left palm by your right top right side. Inhale, lean forward. Exhale, right elbow down. Open up your chest to the left. You can stay there, or maybe lowering down your right hand to a block or to the mat. Do this half bind pose. If your right shoulder is by your right knee, you can into full bind. So bend your right arm at the back, clasp your hands, and try to move your chest away from the leg. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, open up your chest to the front. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, open. And then let's release the bind. Let's step back into a plank pose. Okay, so inhale, chaturanga, knee down chaturanga or full chaturanga, and then cobra or upper dog. And then let's peel up into downward dog. So now we're going to try it on the other side. So this time, inhale, lift up your left leg. Exhale, lowering down your left foot forward. Heel arch alignment, and then come up. So hands on your hips. Check your alignment. Extend your arms by your sides. Look at your left hand, warrior 2. Then lowering down your right palm on the top of your left thigh. Inhale, lean forward, keep reaching forward, and then lowering down your left elbow on your left knee. Open up your chest to the right. Into this half bind pose. Inhale, come up, warrior 2. Exhale, lean slightly forward, left palm up. Bend back into reverse warrior. Inhale, up. Again, right palm by the top of your left thigh. Inhale, lean forward. Exhale, bend your left arm, left elbow on top of your left knee. Open up your chest to the right side. You can stay there, or maybe lowering down your left hand to the mat. If you inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, open up your chest to the right. If your left shoulder is close to your left knee, you can maybe do the full bind. So bend your left arm, bind both hands. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, maybe moving your torso away from your leg. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, open. And now let's release your hands. Let's step back into plank pose. Knee down chaturanga or full chaturanga, cobra or upper dog. And then let's peel up into a downward dog. Let's have a rest here. Really press your hands down. Lift up your hips, up and back, lengthen your spine. How you're feeling now? Be aware of your breaths. So now let's look between your hands, lift up your heels, and step forward into a forward fold. Soften your knees. Keep your spine straight. Inhale halfway up. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, roll up one vertebrae by one vertebrae. Lift up your hands on top of your shoulders. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, lowering down your hands in front of your chest.
So now I'm going to demonstrate you another variation of the vinyasa flow. So normally we so what we have done so far is place your hands down flat on the mat and then walk back into a plank pose, knee down chaturanga or full chaturanga, and then cobra or upper dog, right? So that's what we have done so far for the vinyasa flow. And then come back up into a downward dog, lift up your heels, step forward into a forward fold, and then come up. So the other variation I want to show you now is so same again. So into the fold, that's all the same. So now instead of step back, we can jump back straight into chaturanga. So make sure your hands are flat on the mat, under your shoulders, soften your elbows, and then bend your legs, jump back into chaturanga, and then upper dog. So that's the first hop. And then when we're coming forward, we can either step forward or maybe hop forward. So if you are hopping forward, then make sure your heels are touching each other, bend your legs, look between your hands. When you're hopping forward, lift up your hips high. So let's hop and then into a forward fold. So that's the other variation of the vinyasa flow. So maybe you can try this from time to time, or if you feel that's a bit too challenging for you, you can maybe try it later when you have more confidence into this jump and hopping. So let's continue with the flow. So inhale, hands up, lengthen your spine, exhale, bend back, inhale, up, soften your knees, hinge forward, keep your spine, your arms straight, into a forward fold. So inhale, look between, inhale halfway up, lengthen your spine, exhale, hands down. You can step back or maybe jump back. If you are jumping back, hands flat under your shoulders, bend your legs, and then jump back. And then cobra or upper dog. Let's build up into a downward dog. So now we're going to do a variation of the downward dog. So with the forearm down. So look between your hands, lowering down your right forearm and then your left forearm. So now your shoulders are more or less above your elbows. Maybe walk your feet slightly in and try to press your forearm, your hands down, send your hips back, lengthen your spine. So now we're really working on the muscles around our shoulder girdles, upper back. If that's a bit hard for you, you can soften your knees. And then let's work back into a dolphin plank, forearm plank. Look forward, really engage your core. Press your forearm down. Let's work back into a dolphin pose again. And then walk back into a dolphin plank. Let's try this one more time. So inhale, lift your hips up. Exhale, step back into a dolphin plank. Look forward. And then let's release your abdomen onto the mat. Forearm, keep your forearm flat on the mat and lift up your chest into the Sphinx pose. How does that feel for you now? So now I think we're quite ready to try the preparation for the crow pose, since our hips are a bit more open now, I hope, and we have strengthened our arms as well. So let's come up into a yogic squat. So maybe your feet are parallel, hips distance apart, or maybe slightly shorter the stance. And then
toes out, heels in, toes out, and then sit down into this squat. If your spine is rounded or you can't sit down, maybe you can place a block under your heels, which will make it easier. Or if you feel that's very comfortable for you, you can stay there. You can adjust the stance between your feet. Let's place our upper arm against our tricep, against our knees, into this prayer position. Really press your triceps against your knees. Lengthen your spine, look forward. Now really press your left tricep against your left knee, extend your left arm, left hand down. Inhale, lift up your right hand, open up your chest to the right. Inhale, right hand down into prayer again. This time really press your right knee against your right tricep against your right knee. Extend your right arm to the side, right palm flat on the mat. Inhale, lift up your right hand, open up your chest to the left. And then let's lower down your left hand. So this time we're going to try the preparation with the crow pose. So first place your hands flat on the mat, shoulder distance apart. Draw your elbows in so your arms are parallel to each other. And then let's lift up your hips. You try to place your knees high up under your armpit, so that would be easier for the balance. And let's lean forward so your elbows is more or less on top of your wrists. Really press your hands down. You are almost round your spine. Look forward, maybe lift up one toe and see how that is feeling for you. Maybe this is your first time to try this, so you feel a bit different in this inversion pose. And let's change, maybe try the other, lift up the other foot. If you feel tired, you can just come back and you can pause here and try it a few more times. And maybe this time, let's try if we can lift up both feet. So again, really place your knees high up under your armpit. Press your hands down, look forward, almost round your spine. Lift up one toe, maybe both. Find your balance. So that's the preparation for the crow pose. And full one, then we're trying to straighten our arms. So maybe you can try this in another time. So now we're going to continue. So let's to do the plough pose, or probably the shoulder stand. So let's lie down on your back. Shift your hips down towards your heels, so your feet are flat on the mat, hips hip distance apart, hands flat on the mat, palms down. So now we're going to do a bridge pose first. So inhale, press your feet down, lift up your hips as high up as you can. When your hips are quite high, you feel your chest are moving towards your chin. Maybe you clasp your hands under your hips, draw your shoulder blades a bit closer to each other, and then lowering down. Maybe move your arms wider and then lowering down your hips. So now I'm going to demonstrate you the plough pose and
the stages of the shoulder stand. You can take a rest here and just watch me doing the demonstration, and later we're going to try it together. So for the plough pose, first we try to bend our legs, draw our knees towards our chest, and really this time really press your palms down and see if you can lift up. So your feet are over your head to the front. Maybe clasp your hands, walk your shoulders towards each other a bit more. So that's the plough pose. So you feel like your hips are more or less on top of your shoulders. So you can stay there, or if you want to try the preparation for the shoulder stance, you can place your hands under your. So first, really walk your arms towards each other. So in this way, your elbows are more or less parallel to each other, not too wide. And place your hands on your lower back. Maybe lift up one leg. And let's change side. And feel how does that feel when one leg is up. And then lowering down. Or maybe this time we can try maybe bend both legs. And then leave it halfway. So your upper leg is more or less parallel to the floor. Or maybe straighten your legs. Try to move your hips on top of draw your hips on top of your shoulders. Your toes are pointing towards the ceiling. And then maybe bend one leg, the other one back into plough pose. And then arms flat. Use your core to roll down your legs. So that's different stages of the for the shoulder stand. So now let's try it together. So choose the right stage for you, for your body at this moment, and you can always come back to progress further into this pose. So let's first try the plough pose. So make sure your arms are by your sides, palms facing down. Then bend your legs, draw your knees towards your chest. Now inhale, try to lift up your hips, straighten your legs at the back, heels, your feet are over your head. Maybe cross your hands, walk your shoulders towards each other. So in this way, when you bend your arms, your elbows are more or less parallel to each other, not too wide. So check if your hips are more or less on top of your shoulders. You can stay there. That's already very good. And you can feel the benefit of this inversion already. Or if you want to progress further, maybe place your hands on your lower back. Maybe lift up one leg. See how does that feel? Or maybe the other leg. Or maybe you can lift the other leg up from this position and really draw your hips forward on top of your hips. Imagine there's a ball between your legs and try to squeeze the ball to engage the muscles in your legs. Toes are pointing towards the ceiling. And now let's slowing down your legs into a plough pose.
release your arms by your side and use your core to roll down one vertebrae by one vertebrae. So how does that feel for you? So now we are going to cool down our body for the final relaxation. So let's draw your knees towards your chest, hug your knees, maybe swing from side to side. Now let's before the twist, let's do the full happy baby pose and see how you are feeling now with your hips. So open up your knees and place your arms in between your knees and then bind your feet with your hands. Keep your lower back flat on the mat and then try to open up your legs with the help of your hands. Try to move your knees towards your shoulders so your feet are parallel, your soles are parallel to the floor. Imagine there's someone standing on top of your feet. And try to draw your knees down towards your shoulders. Feel the opening in the outer hips. Maybe you feel a bit more open now in your hips after all this practice. And now let's release the pose. So hug your knees in. This time, release your left arm by your side. Use your right hand and engage your core to place your both legs to the right side. If your legs are not on the floor, maybe place a block under to support your legs. Then open up your right arm by your side. Turn your head to look at your left hand. Make sure both shoulders are flat on the mat. And feel the release along the left side of your body in this twist. And now let's lift up our legs using your core muscles. This time use your left hand to help you lowering down your legs to the left. And then open up your left arm. Look at your right hand. Make sure your legs are supported by the floor or by a block. Really feel the opening in your right side of your body. And now inhale, lift up your legs. Hug your knees in one more time. Maybe swing from side to the other side to massage our lower back. And now let's come into the final relaxation. If you feel cold, you can wear your socks, maybe a blanket or a warm layer. Let's straighten our legs so your heels are wider than your hips. Heels in, toes out. Arms are straight, extended by your sides, palms facing up. If you are wearing glasses, then please take them off now. And I invite you to close your eyes, tuck your chin under to lengthen your neck. Come into your breaths. Be aware how you are breathing now. Now start to count your breaths.
If you inhale for 4 counts, try to exhale for 4 counts. Feel your chest, your belly are moving with your breaths. Feel the calmness inside you. A calm mind, a peaceful heart. Be mindful of the moment, of every moment. Engage yourself to that moment. It is only the moment you are present is real, not the past, not the future. The moment that you can be fully engaged, maybe change yourself to a better self, working towards that path. Whatever you want to change, maybe your diet, your daily routine, or some good habit to keep, bad habit to get rid of. It is the moment that you can be powerful to make the effort, to make the change. So let's shift our awareness around our body. Feel your head is relaxed. Your face is softened. Your eyes, your jaw is are relaxed. Your shoulders, elbows, wrists, hands, fingers are relaxed. Your upper back, chest, lower back, abdomen are relaxed. Your hips, muscles around your hips are relaxed. Your thigh muscles, knees, calf muscles are relaxed. Your ankles, feet, toes are relaxed. Your whole body is relaxed. So now wiggle your fingers, your toes. Be aware of the energy in the room, the sounds around you. And let's place your feet flat on the mat. And then turn to one side. Make a pillow with your hands and place your head on your hands for a few breaths. Now use one of your hands to help you sit up into a seated position. Make sure you sit on your sitting bones. Hands on your knees. Inhale, lift up your hands on top of your shoulders. Lengthen your spine. Look up between your hands. Now lowering down your hands through your eyes. Keep lowering them down in front of your heart. Bow your head towards your fingers. Namaste. So, thank you for taking this class with me today, and hope to see you next time.